everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today we're talking about Natasha Denona's new Glam Palette. It is her newest medium-sized palette, both in price and in size. It retails for $65 and it comes with 15 shades. And I don't know about you, but I am more of a warm eyeshadow type of gal. But this is the first cool toned eyeshadow palette that really caught my eye. So I decided to take the plunge and buy my first Natasha Denona palette. So as you are probably aware by now, this palette is a little bit different. Natasha designed it to be foolproof and mistake proof. So all the eyeshadows are labeled after where they're suggested to go on the eye. There was a little bit of confusion when this first came out because these placements are not necessarily going to work for every skin tone. But shortly after the palette's release, Natasha Denona posted on her Instagram story 3 different combinations that the eyeshadows can be rearranged to suit light skin tones, medium skin tones, and dark skin tones. Now, I do kind of wish that she had included maybe like a little pamphlet or maybe like a card or something with the palette that showed this, because I know that there are probably a good portion of her buyers that don't necessarily follow her on Instagram or keep up with social media in general. So I do kind of wish that she had included that with the palette. Hi. So the packaging does come with little holes in the back so that you can poke out all of the pans and rearrange them in a way that will be suitable for your skin tone. And I will go ahead and add all the combinations at the end of the video so that you can go ahead and take a screenshot if you don't necessarily want to go to her Instagram, so you can have a little reference if you do want to rearrange the palette. Based off of the reviews that I've seen so far and the comments both on Instagram and on YouTube, most people aren't really going to follow the guidelines anyways. For example, me. Both of my looks today, I kind of just winged it. Okay, that's enough. Yes, I winged it and I kind of just went with what I thought was going to work best. I did take some inspiration from some looks off her Instagram, and I will link those below so that you can see what I was trying to kind of mimic. So for this video, I am mostly just going to be referring to the shades numerically, so it doesn't get too confusing. I haven't rearranged my palette yet just because I want it to be easy to follow along with, especially if you weren't aware that they can be arranged or that they should be arranged based off of your skin tone. So I have it just how it is right now. Now, if you guys want me to make a separate video rearranging the palette based off of my skin tone and maybe doing a few looks based off of the suggestions of where they're at, I will happily do that as well. But for now, let's just go ahead and get into the swatches and then we'll start the looks. Alright, now let's jump into the first look.
First, I'm going to take shade 7, which is a brown transition shade, and I'm just going to start building my base in the outer corner of my eye, working toward the crease. And I'm going to be taking it in pretty far. Now with a fluffier blending brush, I'm just going to be blending out the outer edges. Now I'm going to be taking shade 8, which is the darkest shade in the palette. It is like a cool dark gray, and I'm going to be using the smaller end of my brush to define more of a wing on my outer corner. And I'm just blending that out again with what is left of shade 7. Next, I am just cleaning up my lid with a light cut crease, and I'm taking it a little higher than my actual crease. Now I'm taking shade 13, which is like a light gold, and applying that to the center of my eyelid. Then taking shade 15 and adding to the corner of my eyelid to blend that middle shade a little better. Next, I'm going to take shade 11, which is a very beautiful gold shade, and applying that to the corner of my eye, blending toward that middle shade. Then taking shade 12, which is a gorgeous bronzy gray, to tie together the outer corner shimmers, and then just taking a bit more of shade 8 to deepen the look one final time. Now I'm just cleaning up the edge for a more defined look. Now I'm using shade 15 for the brow bone. Now I am taking shades 6 and 8 along my lower lash line and smoking them out. Now to finish it off, I am taking shade 12, which is that bronzy gray, and I'm adding that to the lower lash line as well. Now just connecting the lower lash line and the inner corner of my eye with that shade 11. Now I'm just going in with Urban Decay's 24/7 Glide On eyeliner pencil along my lower lash line, and I'm just smoking that out. And finally, I'm going to finish the look off with a winged eyeliner and lashes.
And I decided to finish this smoky cat eye look with a matte red lipstick. I am using KKW's matte lipstick in the color Soul Sister, which is just like this really pretty deep red. And I think it just ties it all together. It makes me feel glamorous, if you will. All right, now that is the first look, on to the second look.
To start off the second look, I am taking shade 8 and applying that to the outer corner of my eyes and bringing that into my crease. Then taking a fluffy brush and blending that out. And then using shade 7 to blend it out a little bit more. And then just going in again with shade 8. I'm going to be doing that a lot just to keep deepening it. Next, I am taking shade 2 to the outer corner of my eye on top of shade 8 to add a little bit of shimmer to the outer corner. For the center of my eye, I am taking shade 14 and applying that with my finger. And then just blending that in again with shade 8. Next, I'm going in the inner corner of my eye with shade 13, which is like a light gold. And I'm just blending that also with my finger towards the center shade. And once again, blending in more of that shade 8. Now that the other side is done, I am going in on my lower lash line with shade 6. Of course, going back in with shade 8 on my lower lash line. And then to finish it off, adding a bit of the shade 12. Next, I am taking Urban Decay's 24/7 Glide On eyeliner. And I'll just be applying that to my waterline as well as my upper lash line. And I will just be buffering that out with a brush to finish off the look.
For lipstick, I used the Morphe Liquid Lip in True Story. And I can't decide if I want to keep it matte, but I think I'm going to add a gloss. And I'm going to be using the NARS Mini Lip in the color Reef. It's the Mini Lip Oil. So since we are going full glam here. And this is the final look using the new Natasha Denona Glam Palette. I had a lot of fun working with this palette. I can definitely see myself reaching for it these coming seasons as the weather gets a little bit cooler. I'm so excited to have a cool toned palette in my collection now. The formula of all the shadows were beautiful. Some of the matte shades were a little not super easy to blend, but could work with it. If you guys want to see a look or two using the palette rearranged, how it's supposed to be for my skin tone, please let me know in the comments. I would absolutely love to do that for you. And that is all for today. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.